analysis and flight coordination in a global environment. He later moved into recruitment and business development as head of business development at Naukri Recruitment in Abu Dhabi, driving growth and building strategic partnership. He also co-founded Copperfield Group, leading business development and operations while delivering manpower and consulting solutions to government and multinational clients. Currently, he serves as Managing Director of Artis Education, operating in India and the Philippines, where he promotes the internationalization of higher education by strengthening industry, academic linkages and creating global employment pathways for graduates. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank LUSA, Government of Assam, IMO Germany, inviting us in this conference and giving us the opportunity to be part of this conference. Thank you. So, I would like to start with, everybody knows the skill is in our Indian, youth or the people who are learning in different field of our work, as well as they have the experience, they have the knowledge. But when it comes to international mobility, nowadays it comes to language. So I'll concentrate on language. That will be the more essential, like in order to get migrated to, any EU countries or Far East countries. This is very much essential for now. So, on behalf of Artist Education, we would like to concentrate on our mission is simple: multilingualism. The key to global opportunities for Assam's aspiring youth. We help you unlock study, work, settlement abroad in a world that is changing faster than ever. Next one. Why multilingual skills matter globally? If you look into UNESCO study last 2025, we can see language matters. That's a study being done. It's very clear. Multilingual education boosts innovation, employability, and global participation. When you look into multiple multilingual workers earn 90% more in wages, right? Globally, they earn more. At the same time, the employability, 40% says languages really gave them the global participation and getting a job easier. So that really helps all the youth, who wants to go abroad. That's a motivation. They get 19% more salary, and 40% says, the study says, they easily get a job in terms of going abroad. So most in demand languages right now, if you look into across the world, we had a situation decades, we were all moving towards English speaking countries. They call it the big four: the US, the UK, Canada, Australia. Now the need is going down, or the opportunity or the attraction is going down due to geopolitical reasons, many other policies and all that. So the same time EU emerged, right? They emerged as a destination for our youth. If you look into the areas where now the demand is there for our youth to learn language, it's German, it's French, it's Spanish, it's Japanese, it's Korean. So these are the languages which will be in the forefront for coming years. If we can impart this language into our youth, if they speak multilingual, not just one foreign language, one or two foreign languages, that gives them very, very high advantage getting into the foreign job market. So if you look into these languages, we're all exploring in businesses, in business, tech, gastronomy, healthcare, logistics, international services, including with the new last week, our governments and the EU have signed the FTA. With that itself, there'll be a lot more companies coming down, there'll be a lot more exchanges going to happen, there'll be a lot more people required with multilingual skills like either German or French or whichever language they take. They will be requiring the officers as a translators, as international business development managers, as like in the office they will require people who will speak these languages. So there are a lot of opportunities, not only just going abroad. Maybe within India itself, like different parts of our sectors, they will require a lot of workforce who knows multiple languages. So if you look into the growth, we can see French were leading always with 32, and then Spain, and then when you look into German and Japanese, they're all more than 20% need is there as like when you look into this current market. The bottom line is one extra language can literally change your salary and your future. That's the main important thing. So next. Okay, so the last decades, the dominance were towards the UK, the big four we call it. UK, US, Australia and Canada is changing since 2024-25 it's been changing. The reasons were, as I mentioned, visa restrictions, high cost, new policies have caused the sharp decline. US, Canada, big number of drop. Like a lot of Indians were studying there, now it's more than 40% drop is there. And UK, Australia even bigger, we are facing more problem getting admissions or going abroad there. The new rising stars are like Germany, France, Australia, Netherlands, in Asia, Japan and Korea, South Korea. So the map shows exactly where the opportunities are moving. So we need to, including the private sector, public sector, everybody need to work together to give our youth the language what they require and let them choose where they want to go. So if we can identify from the beginning their interest towards which country they want to go and settle down and work or study or get migrated. So we can start working on that from the beginning itself. So the colleges, the nursing colleges, the technical colleges, government bodies and private bodies work together, this will be achievable. Next. So the major challenges, like the critical role of language in migration success, is the biggest hidden challenges. Almost every country now demands its own language. Germany, they want German language. Best is always an individual can learn B1 or B2 level. That's the best. Whether you go for study, whether you go for work, whether you go for migration, settling down, the language is a must. Just having an A1, A2 doesn't give you the edge. If you want to have the edge over other nationals who are coming there and being in Germany, you need to have upper hand on over the others. Right now, what we are saying is we are taking it just as a tool. Oh, it's just I needed to get the visa. No, it cannot be that way. We need to inform our youth that the need for language is not only for your work, for study, even into getting integrated into society. When you go to Germany, you have to become a German. You cannot say that I'm an Indian, I speak in Indian way and all that. No, you have to speak in the German way. You have to walk in the German way. You have to think in a German way. The same with any other language. You go to Japan, you need to get integrated to that society. Then only we will be able to show the difference than any other country who was sending the people. We need to be on top of that. For that, language really matters. So when you come to English is alone is no longer enough. Language proficiency equals to stronger visa applications, better job offers, faster integration and real settlement. So real settlement is what every country is look forward to. Not just going for the 2 or 3 years and then they spend a lot of money on an individual to bring into their country and then they think you can just go after 1 or 2 years. Yes, some exceptions are happen, but what they are looking for, long-term settlement in those countries. So that is what every country will invest in our youth, when they spend a lot of money to bring them into those countries. Next slide, please. So India's current gap, that's what I would like to address. We have institutions like Goethe Institute or Max Muller Bhavan or even JNU or Delhi University. They all in Pune also. There are a lot of colleges who teaches the languages, the foreign languages. But at the same time, they are all located across big cities or big metros. And there you will find trainers, right? You can find a lot of trainers there in, to teach and all that. But when you come to the three-tier cities, like in Assam, if you go to outside Guwahati, not every colleges or every people are living in Guwahati city. They are away from Guwahati. How do we address them? How do we bring all the trainers over there? We don't have enough trainers. So that gap need to be fulfilled. So when you come into that, millions of Indian youth, like they are dreaming of these opportunities, but there's a massive bottleneck where shortage, qualified trainers and proper infrastructure. We need all the colleges, all the universities, all the government bodies to work together on this, have a program where we can train the trainers program. So in that sense, we look forward, companies like I Know Germany, our partners like NSDC International, or even Assam government bodies to come out with some programs where we can have trained the trainers and then put them into all the rural areas, maybe two-tier, three-tier cities and all that. So this is where we have to fix the gap. We have the talent, we have the capability, we have the infrastructure available. We do have a gap, not having the enough qualified trainers. Any language you take, like we need to bring them all the way up to the, maybe into the to cities where we don't have much trainers available. We all always concentrate on big cities and then try to fill the gap in there. But at the same time, there are a lot of private sectors are concentrating on just using someone who just learned the language, use them to train the next batch of students. That is not possible. That is very wrong method of doing the teaching in our country. So we need to change in terms of foreign language I'm talking about. So in terms of that, we can come out with a lot of policies or a lot of programs where we train the trainers and bring into the market, or train the new aspirations of youth who wants to learn the German now, Japanese or French or like in any other foreign languages. So you can go to the 8. Just before that. So I call to action, policymakers and institutions, please integrate foreign language into education policy and invest in train the trainers plus public-private partnership models. Aspiring youth, start learning German, French or Japanese or Korean. Starting today, build your edge. Right now, together we can empower India's multilingual workforce for a brighter global future. And with that, I would like to conclude. Thank you. I'm happy to take questions if required later. And really, I'm happy to be here, be part of this wonderful state of Assam. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. Thank you.